Yo, what up, people? It's said I might be fucking like yeah, I just had some like traumatic shit to kind of vent about and kind of like have like a overarching point about and like to kind of like just kind of reach out and just kind of like appeal to the humanity of fucking shit, okay? Because like this is just highly offensive and it's just it cuts to the core of like the very like what do you value, you know, like what do you truly care about and like invest in. And you know, at the end of the day, like this has been my motto for the last couple like a week or two. Sorry, I'm trying to hold myself together for this shit. But fucking like my motto has been lately that that it goes something like this. It's not the same words every time, but it's like I kind of do this mantra in my head, like the only you like you can only like only you can be sure to be the only one person to have your best interest in mind, you know. And like that's hopefully that's not true for you listeners, and like for any fucking shit guys. But for anyone out there, you know, like hopefully that's not your reality, but that's like something you should learn at your deathbed, you know. Or like if you're I guess if it's just you have like a fucked up situation, that's gotta be your mantra. That's how you gotta move. Because like for me it's not completely like that, because I have my mom, you know. I do have my mom. I have my like my brother, my sister, my other brother, his wife. Like, you know, like I got some friends that I bet if I called them right now and like really got serious, you know, that they'd be with me. But sometimes I feel like you know, like that sometimes I feel like that, where like the only person you in this world that's got you is really at the end of the day is you. So that's why it's so important to like have like some sort of life force, you know, within you. And this also is what makes this so offensive, is that I've found that, you know, like I've transitioned. This has been the hugest event for me in my life. Some people it's a wedding sometimes. Some people it's having a kid. Some people it's like being CEO or some shit, being a high paid manager, whatever. For me, it's been my freedom and comfortability with myself. Okay, mini break, y'all. I'm rapping about my life and it's so intense. I'm trying to do it really hard. It's fucking don't make sense. I'm trying to pick up coins like I'm get a recompense. I'm trying to flee the scene like I'm damn Mike Pence. Okay, here we go. Fucking you know, like the only person you can really be sure of at the end of the day to have your back is yourself. So you better damn well sure you don't want to leave this bitch, you know. Better damn well sure make that you have something to live with for. And that's been what this transition's been. I have a real chest now, guys. Look at my shit. Like these are A's, like real A's. A. This is my face now. Look how much more like soft my face is. There's life in it. I'm happy with my face. I'm happy with my look. I like being like 30-year-old Slavic hot mama. This shit's goated. You know, it's giving me a new confidence. Like, this is the game plan that I'm much more comfortable with and much more in my zone. You know, I just like, it's like I'm at a car arcade and I was like playing on the fuck ass one that's like stuck and there's it's like slimy and there's gum on it, you know, and people like left shit on there. It's like beer piss stains. That was my old shit, and now it's like, now I'm like, I started playing that Star Wars game at Chuck E. Cheese, you know, like the best one up in the bitch. That's what I'm playing on now, you know, like new set, new setting. I can't stress enough, this is like a new life. This is actually a new life, a whole new opportunity at this shit. Old me is dead, new me's here. It's a market improvement. It's a market improvement even through all the fucking transphobia, you know, daily is something. It's not nothing. Is there ever a day it's nothing? Maybe I didn't hear it. Maybe I had my headphones in. Or there's like laughter, or like, okay, this wasn't what the video is about, okay. But it's some shit, and like, and I'm still eons ahead, eons better than I was before, eons. Like, yeah, I can't stress enough how much this is shit has been life-changing in the best way possible. Look, my lips is like doing the Dragon Roost Island, you know, like, I'm really into aesthetics and like making sure that that's part of my subconscious and like how I kind of show up in this bitch. And like, I really was inspired by the Valuvian people, like the Valu people on Dragon Roost Island in Wind Waker, because they're so fucking cool, guys. They're so cool. I learned that they're actually modeled after like Native Americans, but to me they kind of looked like Serbian and shit, you know. And I didn't find out about Serbian shit till, I mean, you know, my side is like that, and all the what all that entails, you know, all the history, all the music, all the difference, all the mentality, the accent, the language, all that shit. So before then, I liked the Valu people because they were bird people, and I liked how they hang their lips. You know, it's like kind of that, where it's like down a little bit in the front. Anyway, hold up, we're tangent, but fucking so the whole point of this video, y'all, 7 minutes in, sorry, is that maybe it's too personal. You know, maybe it's too personal, but I got disinvited to something, and it was like, you know what, fuck it, you know, fuck it at this point. My brother's having a wedding. He disinvited me to it. So like, one of my cousins like was DMing me on Facebook, and he's like, hey, like, when's the wedding for John? And I'm like, oh, you know what, I don't actually know, I just know it's in June, but I'll ask. I have to hit him up. Oh fuck, man, I might have said his name, but like, I'll edit that out. But like, you know, like, so he asked, and I was like, I don't know, I'll ask. And mind you, I had just been texting this dude 3 Serbian songs that he reacted to, and he said I like the second one better. You know, I like the second one better, and like, that one's cool. And one of them was Bosnian. I didn't tell him that shit. You don't want to tell a nativist that I'm listening to Bosnian music. It's already hard enough for being a nativist, I bet, trying to tamp down your Serbian, trying to make you feel like that's not seen as inferior in the circle, you know. But anyways, like, we were just camaraderie, and he's been transphobic to me before. He's never said, I mean, he said my pronouns at the beginning, but then he got more radicalized around the election, and he stopped using my pronouns. At least he calls me by my name. I correct him when he says bro, and he's like sorry, and he says Sid. So at least he's meeting me with a, I won't use male pronouns, but I'm not going to use your bitch ass pronouns, you know, like, fine. You know, all things considered, trans people, we deal with so much, you know, honestly, him using my name instead of my correct pronoun, a win is a win, you know, a win is a win at this point. But like, you know, and like, we were on decent enough terms, you know. I was swallowing all his bigotry, I was packing myself into a pretzel to like accommodate his ass, and just because I love him, you know, even after all this rejection, like, you know, you have love for what someone used to be before they were all fucked up, you know. And like, now I'm like, good riddance, dude. Like, you don't want to buy me just because my trans, dude. Fuck you. because I gotta, at one point, I gotta meet you with some sort of dignity, you know? I cannot just get my face shoved in the dirt every time and just totally take it and totally just be like, oh, okay, like, I just gotta ignore this, you know? Not like this is open bigotry or nothing, you know? I just gotta ignore it. But you know what? I've been ignoring it for so long, and this is just the last straw. I would look like such a fucking idiot showing up to, like, family dinners and being like, oh, hi, hey, what up, John? I'll laugh at your joke and shit. Fuck, I said his name again. You know, like, oh, like, I'll laugh at your jokes and shit. And just for him to, like, smear me, you know, just to have me disinvited to a wedding. I'm not going to show up to no dinner with your ass again, dude. I'm not going to see you again. I'm not going to interact with you again. It's a lost cause. Until you, like, repent, bruh. Until you, like, really, like, grow out of this bullshit. Like, 'cause you picked your talking head over me, man. Like I treated your politics like bullshit, like, you know, like I mean, like, you know, that this is some bullshit, that this is like a phase that you're gonna grow up and like de-radicalize like every other motherfucking desk job. But I guess not, dude. I guess not. I guess like fucking listening to Nick Fuentes or Rush Limbaugh, whoever the fuck you're listening to, bruh, was more important than your own blood, man. Your own blood. And that's why I'm not really crying now, because like emotions are for people that were like attached, you know, and offended. A long time ago I kind of detached, dude. You can't be that nakedly bigoted and then not expect for me to detach, you know. And now I'm just kind of just sever the niceties. That's all I did. Because when you told me that today, and when he told me that today, and like and after 3 text messages, I'm like, so it's because I'm trans. Like, what's the problem? He wouldn't say it. He wouldn't fucking just come out and say, no, I don't want you at your wedding because you're trans, because I guess that looks so bad. But you know what? I knew it was that, it's obviously it's that. And like, it's that. You know, it's not because I'm atheist, and it's not because my brother is atheist. I'm not actually atheist. I'm Bektashist, which is a form of Sufi Islam, which is more of like a secular humanist type outlook. So yeah, like, you know, I'm not Christian, even though Bektashi is inclusive of Christian elements, Orthodox Christian elements. You know, that's part of the religion. Christian, Orthodox Christian theology is part of this Bektashist faith. So it's not like I'm wholesale not Christian, you know. I'm not like not Christian like a Shia is, or not Christian like a Sunni is, you know, or even like a Sufi, or even whatever else there is, you know. I'm Bektashi. Like, this is like the most like acceptable form of Islam you could possibly have on the planet, dude. Like, I've explained it in past videos, but like Bektashi is just, it's like Ottoman Islam. It was like implemented when they were taken over, and it was just so that we could it could make it easier for the local Christians to delve into Islam, because it lets you drink and it lets you like be trans. I don't know, whatever, you know, like, it's that though. Anyways, like yeah, like, I'm mostly offended that like I can't just come to family dinners anymore at the same times, at like the standard times. So he just basically kind of like effectively shut me out of the whole family. And like yeah, that was like one of the few times I got some good socialness in. Like, you know, I'm not like devoid of all friends, you know, but like, it's lonely out here for trans people who don't know other trans people in real life, you know. I haven't met one. And like literally haven't met another trans woman just out and about. But I have one that when we get cars, we're gonna hang out, and like we might even date and stuff. I don't know. I have trust issues, but all right, that's the lesson, guys. Like, basically, like, at a certain point with bigots, like, you just can't lose your dignity. You know, you can't just look so fucking egg on the face. Like, you know, we're tolerant. You know, we're tolerant on this side. On the left side, you know, like trans side, you know, we're tolerant. We're tolerant of all the bullshit to a point, dude. To a point. Once it becomes so nakedly like like, Jesus Christ, like, he's basically like forcing me to be like coming in with a shirt on that says, I am a biological man or something, and just like, and just kind of like, no, guys, yeah, you could just fucking punch me in the face, slap me in the face, just call me man, call me Sid the Man, just do all that, like, that's what I would be effectively saying if I were to just keep going to dinners with his ass, keep interacting with him like nothing's happening. Like, it's a shame, man. Because, like, he used to, like, look up to me, like, we don't have, like, the best relationship, like, with our dad, because, like, the guy's, like, not really, like, emotionally available like that, he's kind of, like, just like that, and, like, he, like, in this time, like, he didn't really freak with you or really have interest with you unless you were, like, interested in what he was in, and he didn't really have an interest in, like, building, like, a rapport or a life or, like, a freaking, like, deep perspective of us, He was just kind of dadding. He went out, biked a lot, went and earned the money, didn't really want to chill, Like, his priorities were having fun and shit, and fun wasn't us. So, like, as a kid, like, my brother was, like, dressed like me, looked up to me. I feel like kind of like I filled the role of dad in a way, of, like, a role modelness that he was, like, missing with him. And so I think it kind of broke him when I, like, transitioned, and, like, I do feel bad about this for him, like, imagine, like, having a dad that's not really like dad, and then just having, like, your older, what you thought was brother, like, at the time was, like, and you kind of, like, looked up to him, and, like, fucking, that was probably really special, and, like, really important for a young him. When I transitioned at 28, it was like I died, and it's true. I did die. You're never getting that guy. That person, that's not gonna show up, Like, I was so depressed, I couldn't do it. Like, I had to, like, fucking go with what I was more comfortable with, and, like, what felt right, and, like, what really fit, like, where I would hit my stride and, like, really feel more in my skin, like, fucking, this is way better, and this is the better option. That doesn't mean I can't feel bad just for, like, for a sense of loss, That was a real loss. And I think kind of, like, it really set the deal, when I, like, started seeing, like, when I was, like, I got on HRT and really started seeing the physical differences, and I posted it, like, on Facebook, Instagram, like, I'll look at, like, how different I look, because I do, and, like, that was, that kind of, like, it was already stabbed, but it kind of, like, forced it into his heart, and, like, yeah, it kind of, like, that was a death knell for, like, freaking, what he thought was me, and, like, that was me up until that point in life, but this is clean underwear, yeah. But, like, sometimes a reinvention is needed, and I was not happy as myself, guys. I was Jew recital, bro. Whatever rhymes with Jew recital, I was doing that, dude. I was well on my way. I snatched myself from certain D, The very last second, I saved my life and shit. Something overrid. My mind was like, nope, this is the button. We're keeping you alive, and we're doing it like this. I didn't premeditate. I didn't, like, go, like, for days and months and years being like, oh man, like, Like, you know, like, I didn't have traditional dysphoria. I kind of just went with something that I felt more comfortable with. Like, this is just, you know, I didn't have like the existential, like, oh, I was always feeling feminine and not right in a man's body, and that was all like, that's actually all like dysphoria symptoms, but I just, in my head, I wasn't thinking like, oh, but I'm actually a woman, you know? Like, I didn't think in that level. That was too revolutionary. I just thought I was like failing at being a man, you know? And that I just sucked and this life sucked and I couldn't do it. And then I delved in and I was like, just because I woke up, I felt like I was going to go to sleep one night, and then like I ordered a bunch of clothes on Amazon, fell asleep and woke up fucking totally different. Like, different mode, different look on my face, different eyes, different soul. Woke up different, y'all. Saved my life though. And like, so at the end of the day, I do not regret it, guys. Do not regret transition. Through all the fucking shit, the fuck shit, the bullshit, losing blood, like losing friends even. I have lost friends, childhood friends, real day one OGs who we watched Vivo. Y'all remember Vivo? If you're around my age, you remember Vivo. That was the fucking music video fucking site, you know? It was a YouTube channel, but like it had all the music videos, and we used to watch Nicki Minaj. We used to watch Selena Gomez. All the hotties. Yeah. Fucking, we used to play Skyrim. We used to like fucking, what else we played? GTA 4, hella GTA 4. These were good times kicking it. Lost to Trump. Lost to naked bigotry. Lost to the cold. Truly sad. Because, like, we on the left, we bloviate, we big talk, we were like, oh, fuck you, it's the end, you know? At the end of the day, we're really the people in the family dynamic, we're really the people who are the glue. And we do meet you not even halfway, yo. We do not even meet you bigots halfway. We reach in all the way. Pat your face, gussy you up, change your diapers. You know, pander. You think like it's all fucking projection. The conservatives are like, oh, we gotta step on toes. We gotta like augment our reality. We gotta like fucking like, we gotta kowtow to you. We don't want to apologize for being white and shit. And like, dude, could not be more different than the truth. Truth is, we on the left, we not on the right. We in the center, you know, we not on the far right. We people are so fucking patient. We coddle you, bruh. Like, you don't understand. Like, you think that this world is like, dude, you have everything. The presidency, the Senate, the House, everything that's, look around. This is your world, dude. What are you so pissed about? I think at the end of the day, it's just kind of like the truth of evil things is just evil, and it's just gonna hurt. Even if you think it's for good, the greater good. Like, you cannot separate the human toll that's happening. Like, you know, fucking the racists, like, the racism, it's like, you fucking think that, like, that's actually good and shit, but like, what is the physical? Think of your ICE agent, yo. He's in his car, he's freezing, he's cold as fuck, he's on the way to do some bullshit. Does he have this zeal of like, is he really happy, or is he really lashing out? This movement is not a movement of happiness. This is like a movement of deep hatred and like offensiveness, like, and because it's like, and I watch Nick's show to hate watch, to see what he's up to. I want to see what the fucking people, what that side is about, what they're doing. I want to be up on it. I don't want to be surprised. And fucking, he's saying that, like, you know, oh fuck, man, I just totally, that spaced me. fucking, hold up, let's try and gather. Like, he's saying, man, like, so basically, like, yeah, well, like, oh yeah, it's a life force thing. It's a life force thing. So really, at the end of the day, it's not the Jews, or it's not like the minorities replacing you or whatever. Like it's really about your own birth rate. And if the life force was in the right place, you would be wanting to replace yourself. But really, I think at the very heart of it is that these like nativists, these right wingers, these right wingers, not even super right, just right wingers at this point. Like, this isn't taxes, but that was always a fake anyway. But anyway, like, they know that this shit is toxic. They know that Jesus wouldn't like this. Think of the ICE agent, like, punching kids in the face, or like shooting women in the face. Like, imagine like Jesus on the side of the street, just kind of like watching that shit. It makes you kind of cry, because you're just like, oh fuck, he would hate that. Oh, Jesus would hate that. It's true though, he would hate that. Jesus is a good guy. I just don't feel like idol worshiping, But like, was Jesus like a bad dude? Nah, he had good values, great values, even like stuff you'd want to emulate. Why do you think there's 3 billion Christians, bruh? Because he had some good shit to say. It's a compelling story. It's motivating. And I look like such a fucking Serbian. Sorry, I don't know why that came in. Anyway, goddamn, why did I get myself off track, people? But fucking, it is a life force thing, and they're just seeing the evil. They know that this is evil, and they can only react chemically to it. And chemically, they're not going to be happy, because they're not actually out here spreading happiness. They're spreading terror. And that terror is just what they feel too. They feel terrorized. They feel like that this is the end, they gotta do this. They gotta ethnically cleanse, or else it's over, When really what I've found is that, yeah, there's definitely some people that are so offended of the past and the present that they write you off, bruh. And you're actually lucky that they just write you off. You're lucky you don't get decked in the face or worse. But there's gonna be a definitely contingent that's gonna be what, freak you just because you're white or whatever. But at the end of the day, you basically mostly get treated by the humanity you show, if you throw away someone's lunch, you eat it, you pay it back in twice. Why don't people emulate those Serbian values, bro? Those Serbian values are great. The hospitality. If someone fucks with you, if you do a faux pas on someone, and they bring it up, and you're just like, hey, and they're like, hey, you did that. Dude, you gotta rectify it twice. And yeah, I don't know, that's just important shit, yo. That's some important shit. But yeah, I'm not even gonna edit it out. That's such a common ass name. Who the fuck's gonna know that? And me in real life, you're either, we wouldn't know each other super well unless we're already friends. So we would just see the political stuff and that. So I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Oh, this has been 30 minutes, but all right, we've been in a deep valley. We've been in the, we talked some real shit. You were here for some real shit, but yeah, and not to be oh, I'm the best person and shit, fucking, I wanted to talk about some real shit. There's some real shit that's affected me, and yeah, I'm the victim of bigotry, but I don't think of myself as some sort of oh, I'm only doing good out here, I'm a mixed case like everyone, you know, like most people, you know. There's definitely some fucked cases. And like you know, like there's definitely like, yeah, I'm not infallible. I just want to call out this particular naked bigotry in my little circle of a world, you know, like that's been affecting me today. And like, you know, like I think I'm like, I think I'm Serbian and shit, you know, like you know, maybe that'd be offensive to like, you know, like maybe some like POC and shit people who like might take offense to that I kind of see myself in an ethnic way, in a Serbian way, not in like a, I don't see myself as part of Western type white civilization. I see myself as like Serbian, Slavic, you know, indigenous Balkan type person with like the Slavic angle. And Slavic is already mixed in with like some little bits of Asian elements. Like, I don't agree with like, with the white label. And, you know, like that's like, yeah, right there, you know, like that's like something, that's some real criticism, you know. Fucking like I could see why someone would be really offended by that, you know. But like, I have my beliefs. I believe that just Serbians are so different, so Balkan, so Oriental, like in ways compared to in a Western point of view, that I just feel like that this is like I live it and breathe it. Like I feel Serbian. I have a big beak. You know, I got like almondy step eyes. You know, like my face is diamond wide. I got full lips. I got like kind of like the bird like lips and shit. My nose is like aquiline beak style. Like it's like Ottoman style. I don't know. It looks kind of like Jewish, South Italian, like Greek. You know, Balkan. I am a Balkan person. I'm a quarter. A quarter is a big piece. Like imagine me like without my Serbian. Like that'd be it. Like that. Like that's all my Serbian in there. That's like a fucking lot, guys. So they hate me for my Serbian. They hate me for my trans. Okay, guys. Fucking. Thanks for watching. I love you guys.